Hey, welcome back to Poke Sue channel and the Guitar Leather System. This guitar is available, by the way. I feel I'm giving this away at $5.49, but I'll do $4.99 with the hard case and shipping. And folks, this is one of the best values in a great sounding arch top with a full 17-inch L5 size. And I don't know what it is, but the ones in this kind of burgundy color always sound better to me. I think they use better wood, maybe thicker layers of wood and stuff. It really has a sound. But what I want to talk about a little bit today is kind of the genesis of the guitar ladder system. Anybody who's been following me for a while has probably heard me talk about this. I'm 63 now, and I studied with Joe Pass when I was around 22. And one of the things that was so interesting about taking from Joe Pass was observing him just noodling. Because when he'd noodle, everything was connected really musically. Everything he played sounded like a little solo by itself. And we talked about that, and he used to always say, simplify your thinking, and be musical and try to listen. And he had a very, very simple approach. And let me just give you an example. For instance, like something like this chord. We've all done this a million times. Now you hear that? So the idea behind the guitar ladder system is you get 240 studies, 240 videos, 240 charts. I do not send them all at once because it would be counterproductive. Let me put one more light on here. It would be counterproductive, and it's really important. What the guitar ladder system does is it doesn't bog down your subconscious mind with so much stuff that you can't absorb it. It's like I've been using this analogy lately. It's like if you pour water under a rock, it just rolls right off. But if you pour water into sand, it soaks through. That's the guitar ladder system is like that. I've discovered through 40 years of hard work how to see the subconscious mind, how to wake up the musical ear and wake up the musical mind. And it's not through a bunch of, theory. I'm not saying theory doesn't have its place, but you're not going to have the quantum leap and the huge, massive results that the guitar ladder system can give you. It can really transform your playing. The guitar ladder system for $199 can transform and will transform your playing, your understanding of guitar, and your understanding of music if you just bring a good attitude to the table, trust the system, and don't overthink it. Again, going back to Joe Pass, he would say simplify your thinking. And with all the different cycles in the guitar ladder system, you just naturally absorb how to connect chords, and your subconscious mind will start picking up all the little nuances and colors and learning about tension and resolution, learning the 10 systems of improvisation, which are built into my studies. And by the way, if you're considering buying the guitar ladder system, at least take the time to get more of a feel for me, okay? Go to stevezook1.bandcamp.com. So STEVEZOOK, the number one, not spelled out, dot. So stevezook1.bandcamp.com. Listen to 4 or 5 of my compositions. You can also go to vintageguitar.com and put in Steve Zook, read the review of my CD, my Mr. Steven Stone. I'm just trying to validate and my position. I know what I'm doing, folks. I've worked so hard. I also invented the speed pick and the Zookies, which is now marketed by Dunlap. It took me 7 years to get the speed pick to market. The reason I'm explaining this is because I'm trying to explain I've done the hard work and the thousands of hours it has taken to really come up with a guitar system that works. I've tested it on tons of private students over the years, and the results were phenomenal. And it's not like we all see these courses, about buy my system for $200 and learn how to make $10,000 every 2 weeks or whatever it might be. Most of it's bullshit, and I know it's so hard to tell the difference. But that's why I'm asking you to go to stevezook, the number one.bandcamp.com. Listen to some of my compositions. Listen to the range of composing. I have my best lead guitar solo on there. I have some piano pieces. I have some solo acoustic guitar. Listen to some of my music, but the point I'm trying to make here today is that music and art, developing musical consciousness, is much, much different than buying a piece of furniture at IKEA and going step 1 through 77. The left brain's too slow and it doesn't work that way. Art, you need to experience this. And a great example, like with Cycle 1, when you go back and do Cycle 1 version 2, you add the shading and when you find something that works, you want to exhaust it. And it can be as simple as chord connection principles, like here, minor 7 connects major 13 flat 5. Or I could do minor 9. But my whole point is, when you study the guitar ladder system, I'm going to expose you to so many different ways to develop tension and resolution and be creative, because great music doesn't stick to one thing, like diatonic harmony or modal, whatever. It's a combination. So the actual process becomes subconscious if you assimilate the information, and that's why it's so powerful. I mean, I've sold over 4,000 systems, and I get emails from people every day just saying, wow, I'm starting to write music now. I've even sold my guitar ladder system to people with master's degrees in music. It's true. And they've said, yeah, they never learned how to compose. They never learned how to be creative because they're kind of in a box. Here's the thing, though. If you just send for some samples of the guitar ladder and you don't take action, you're not going to get the results. You need to go ahead and give it a try, folks. It's only $199. It's a major game changer. I kind of hate to put it that way, but I kind of have to be bold here. I'm trying to wake you people up. It's more about, I just love to get the letters from people that say they're having really tremendous growth. They're starting to contribute more to their band. They're starting to write original music. I've even had people say they've had music accepted for TV or film. Folks, this really, really works. $199 is nothing. My suggestion is, like I said, you can go to stevezookguitars.com, order the system. And like Joe Pass, you say, simplify your thinking. So like when you do my studies, you don't have to sit there and think about, I mean, we can analyze it, we can say, oh, this is a 1 chord in D, passing chord, 2 chord in D, passing chord, 3 chord, then you get a 7 sharp 5, which is like a temporary modulation. What I'm trying to say is your ability to take a quantum leap in your guitar playing is not resting on your ability to analyze anything, okay? That happens subconsciously, just like your subconscious is running the physiology of your body, which is an incredible miracle, by the way. It happens subconsciously. So the guitar ladder system is what you're looking for in a very innovative system that will seed your subconscious mind, bring you massive results, wake up the artist within, and stop wasting time. I mean, if you love guitar and you love music, why not take advantage of something that can give you the ability to grow at a highly accelerated rate? And I've seen it, folks. I mean, it was a lot of hard work to do this, and quite frankly, I'm not saying all the other systems out there are total crap, but I don't think they put the time into it. And most other guitar systems, to be honest about, are just inside the box. My system, you expose yourself to the tension and resolution, and then what happens is your own subconscious mind will piece it together, and you don't have to think about it. Now, I'm not saying that every composition you write is just going to come like that. You're going to put some work into it. But that's what's so important about the guitar ladder. Like this is one that teaches partials. But what the kind of letters I get from people with the guitar ladder system is they're like, yeah, I'm starting to sit down now and noodle, and I'm going all over the place. I'm beginning to hear my own musical thoughts on a deeper level and find them on the guitar. Folks, this is the real deal. Like I said, I ask you, if you have any interest, go to stevezook1.bandcamp.com. One, not spelled out, just the letter 1. Go to vintageguitar.com. Read the review of my CD. There's nothing out there even close to the guitar ladder system. And the fact that I don't bog you down with big, long explanations and a bunch of left brain bullshit, it kind of proves my point. Is that, like I said, great art is kind of a gift from the universe. It comes through you. It's not something that you can control. You have to kind of let go. But you have to open the portal, okay? And the guitar ladder system will open the portal. The guitar ladder system will open up your musical ear, open up your musical mind where you can begin to hear musical ideas that are, come from the source or from God or the one mind, whatever you want to call it. This is really powerful, folks. I've seen students have like supernatural growth. I am not kidding. I've really got something special here. I know what I'm doing. So what I wanted to really share was, like I said, when I took from Joe Pass, I would sit there and just watch him noodle. And no matter what he was doing, it was always interesting. It always had smooth voice leading, and he was a big influence on me. But that's why I always talk about not being genre, specific either. But my suggestion is, if you feel a hunch about the Guitar Ladder system, order it. Don't be left behind, because this is something that's very, very powerful. I get over 100 emails every day from people just so happy they jumped in. And then everybody who's jumped in, who's waited 3 or 4 or 5 months before they jumped in, always says the same thing. I wish I would have came in earlier. So bring some positive faith to the table. Order the Guitar Ladder system. It really works, folks. And like I said, it's all my own material. It's based on my own ideas, but a huge part of it is similar to what Joe Pass used to say when I took from him, which is simplify your thinking. There's no reason to complicate things. Because once you begin to learn the Guitar Ladder system, you're just going to learn the colors of music. You're going to learn how to put chords together in musical ways. I've even had students tell me that they've ran into standards because they start to improvise, and because they're now thinking in terms of groups of chords. Because it's one thing just to learn a chord. Like, let's take a bichord like this, which is a minor 7 and a major 9. Okay, beautiful chord, isn't it? Okay, it's one thing to learn a chord, but when you learn a chord and then in your mind you can hear 5, 6, 7 other places that chord can go, at least, if not multiple resolutions, you begin to think in terms of musical phrases or musical sentences. This is powerful, folks. I'm a deep thinker. I put a lot of hard work and thought into this, and the results speak for themselves. I have one guy who's an engineer on a train. He emails me every month or two for more material. And that's up to you, by the way. You can get new material every two weeks, every 3 weeks. I don't suggest you do it every week. I mean, you really need to spend some time. This is real guitar. But the point I'm just trying to make here is that, all the emails I get from people, even people with master's degrees in music, are just saying they're really having, they can experience and they're feeling that opening up of their musical mind or musical consciousness. It really works. Because it'd be just like if I was trying to teach you how to create with different colors, and I put in front of you 40 different colors where all the colors were different shape. I mean, there's lots of different shades of blue, right? And whatnot, and you learn how to use them and put them together. Well, by learning the 240 studies of the Guitar Ladder system, you're going to learn how to create style, how to create tension and resolution, how to create moods, and how to use the tools of the trade. It's like I help you get your musical tool chest together. But that's why I'm asking you to go to stevezook1.bandcamp.com. Listen to some of my compositions so you realize the broad range of my compositional skills, which is really the proof of the pudding right there. So it's not just about being a better guitar player, it's about understanding the art of music, okay? And the Guitar Ladder system can transform and greatly accelerate your growth as a musician and real artist, and begin to hear your own creativity within and find it on the guitar. We really got something special here, folks. And just as long as I'm talking here's my book. All this is in the Guitar Ladder system. This was reviewed, by the way, many years ago by Guitar Player Magazine. It was sold through Carl Fisher. All of this is in the course, by the way, plus a ton more. Here's a letter which I'm really proud of. This is a letter from Les Paul. This is the real deal, folks. He wrote me a letter because I invented the speed pick and the Zookies, now marketed by Dunlap. So Les Paul wrote me a letter. I was advertising in Guitar Player Magazine, and I actually sent them, I think I called them and just said, hey, this is back when you could do this. I said, could you get a letter and maybe a sample to Les Paul? They said, sure, because I was spending some money, with them in advertising. So I sent my speed pick to Les Paul, which actually Ray Flack calls it the perfect guitar pick, and a bucket seat for your fingers. And Les Paul wrote this back to me saying he tried it. I was actually hitting him up to see if he might want to invest in the company at the time. But he wrote me back just saying he tried it and it's very good. So I was able to use this in advertising and whatnot. I'm really proud. The reason I show this, folks, it took me 7 years to get the speed pick to market. 7 years. So I do the hard work that it takes to learn how to, save people time or create a product, whatever it might be. Right now, I'm working on a huge project called coffeechannel.com. If anybody would like to make a ton of money and contribute to something really cool, hit me up. It's a startup, but it's very powerful. I own the domain name coffeechannel.com. The idea is a social network based on the second largest commodity in the world, which is coffee, 90 billion a year. And I want to make a social network which is more creative, more artistic, kind of creates a new category, like Mark Cuban would say. I've got a business plan I can send you, but anyway, any interest in that, hit me up. But anyway, yeah, it's not, like, simplify your thinking is huge, because you can be as simple as 13 connects 13 connects 13 connects 13 connects 13, right? You can change up, right? And then start using common tones. When you begin to understand the guitar ladder system, sometimes you can use that in your practice. Like, maybe you say, okay, I'm going to use common tones, and I'm going to use this and use this. But it's all built into the guitar ladder system anyway. So you're going to absorb all this anyway without having to, put it in a cute little category and be all analytical and be like, okay, I'm going to do this, do this, this. You hear it, and because you've done my studies, you easily find it and run into it. This is really powerful, folks. I mean, the letters I get from people is just amazing. So my suggestion is invest the $199. Go to stevzookguitars.com. The guitar ladder system is what you're looking for in an innovative, simple to use, and very powerful guitar instruction system that thinks way outside the box, so you can take a quantum leap, and it's really true. So my suggestion is, invest in $199, and you won't even believe where you'll end up. If you really want to meet, I know it sounds a little corny, but it's true. If you really want to meet your musical self on a deeper level, if you want to meet the artist within, if you want to become aware of your own musical ideas on a subconscious level, wake up your musical ear, wake up the artist within, order the guitar ladder system. Don't even think about it. Order it, because now's a great time to order too. It's a deal at $299, but now I have it at $199. It'd be a deal at $1,000. Why do I have it priced so cheap? So I sell them. That's one of the reasons I've sold them. So that's my suggestion. And this guitar is available, by the way. Really sounds good. I always know a great guitar too, because I even like the sound on the treble pickup. But yeah, this is a lot of guitar for the money. It comes with the case. I've got the pick guard, and you can put the pick guard back in. Anyway, I better stop because I'm gonna have to upload this video. But anyway, like I said, if you really love guitar and you want to take a quantum leap and you want to give yourself the ability to really grow and just shave years off your progress time and discover the creative thoughts within you and find them on the guitar, order the guitar ladder system. You can buy it at stevzookguitars.com. This is available. I'll go $4.99 on this with the case. It's got some little places where he plugged up the holes where the pick guard is, but you won't even see those once you put it back on. But I kind of dig how it looks. But yeah, dude, these are a lot of guitar for the money. So anyway, this is available. All right, take care, folks. Order the guitar ladder system. Be the best $199 you ever spend. That's stevzookguitars.com. Thanks.